Have you ever walked into a meeting still replaying something from earlier? An argument with your partner, a snag with a client, and felt your first 2 minutes get eaten alive by yesterday? That flash, that tiny moment where everything jars, it ruins the tone for what comes next. Today, I want to give you 3 one-minute doorway protocols that stop that leak. These are fast, secular, and built to work in real life. Pick the smallest one that fits your situation. Practice it 3 times this week and notice the difference. Let's get practical. Quick frame before we jump in. These protocols are for low-stakes, everyday context shifts. Parent to work, break to create, meeting to focus. If you need emergency support or are dealing with a crisis, handle that first. The guiding rule for everything here is the smallest correct move. Each protocol should be at most 60 seconds and must pair with one tiny, measurable action so it doesn't devolve into a pretty ritual that wastes time. Overview: the 3 moves are mute and set, threshold reset, and outfit anchor. Mute and set is a private tech and tidy routine that closes the previous context and defines one next step. Threshold reset is an embodied posture and breath sequence you can say aloud or keep private. Outfit anchor is a tiny physical cue. Think a wristband flip or a light toggle paired with a micro-evidence rule. Decision rule: pick the smallest protocol that fits your relationship and space. If you're in a shared room, default to private first moves. If you're alone, visible anchors are fine. Now we'll walk each one with scripts you can paste and use instantly. Protocol 1. Mute and set. Time, 60 seconds or less. Steps: 1. Mute or set devices. Close tabs and silence notifications. 2. Write a single-line log of what you're leaving and what you will do next. 3. If relevant, send a 2-word handoff message to anyone waiting. Exact scripts you can use. For a private log, type or say, left family time at 4:12. Next, write intro for client pitch, 25 minutes. For a handoff to family or team, text, on deck, writing now, back at 5:15. Keep it tiny. Sizing rules: do not make a 12-step checklist. The whole move is one device action, one line, one small message if needed.
Worked example A. You're finishing parent duty, dinner, bedtime, the whole arc, and you need to move into work mode. Do mute and set. Close the streaming app, silence the noise on your phone, and say or type your one-line log out loud. Closed family time at 7:02. First task, 20 minutes to outline email. If someone else in the house asks where you'll be, send a 2-word message, writing now. The expected micro-evidence: your device shows the silence icon, your calendar or note has a time-stamped line, and when you open your laptop, the first 15 minutes are not eaten by context switching. That small time-stamped log is your proof.
Protocol 2. Threshold reset. This is a 60-second embodied sequence to clear physiology and set intent. Step 1. Stance reset. Plant your feet hip-width, soften shoulders. Step 2. 4-4 breath. Inhale for 4. Hold or pause for a breath. Exhale for 4. Repeat twice. Step 3. Speak one-line framing aloud or in your head, depending on privacy. Public variant script: quietly say, "Done there. Focus now. Write chapter." Private variant: in your head, shift. Deeper work. 15 minutes. If you're coming out of a heated meeting, take the extra second between breaths to notice the tension and let it melt out of your shoulders. This sequence resets your nervous system and gives you intentional permission to be different in the next role.
Worked example B. You just left a tense meeting and need to jump into a deep focus block. Step to a quiet threshold, doorway, hallway, even a stair landing. Plant your feet, do the 4-4 breaths twice, and then say, reset. Shift to focused work, 45 minutes. If you need a public cue for coworkers, a quick line works. Thanks, taking 5 to reset before the run-through. Signs it worked: your shoulders drop. Your next task begins within the first 5 minutes, and you find yourself starting the promised first action instead of scrolling. That immediate start is your micro-evidence. Protocol 3. Outfit anchor. Choose a single tiny physical cue that you can toggle in under a second. Flip a hat brim, push a ring to your knuckle, toggle a desk lamp, or put on a simple wristband. Pair it with a one-action evidence rule. For instance, when the wristband goes on, you immediately write one time-stamped line in your notes or start a 15-minute timer. Consent language for shared spaces. If others might notice, say something short and clear like, I use a quiet cue to shift. Thanks for the space. Sizing rules. Keep anchors minimal and reversible. This is not a costume. It's a single micro change that signals to you, and if needed, to others, that you're in a different role. Delivery mechanics. When do you use private versus visible protocols? Default to private first when people around you aren't prepped. Use visible anchors when you share the space and want others to notice the shift. Timing caps. Every protocol caps at 60 seconds. Micro-evidence rules are mandatory. Time-stamped log entry, a sent two-word message, or an immediately started timer. That evidence prevents ritualism. Channel mapping tip. Match the protocol to the channel. For virtual team handoffs, prefer mute and set. For solo transitions, threshold reset or outfit anchor often wins.
The 3-day doorway probe. Conservative experiment you can run this week. Pick one protocol and use it for the first 3 role switches each day for 3 days. Metrics to track: first 15-minute productivity, rate the clarity 1 to 5, leftover rumination minutes, count minutes you catch yourself revisiting the previous context, and 1 piece of micro-evidence each switch. Logging template: date, switch, from to, protocol used, time, micro-evidence, time-stamped note or sent message, first 15 outcome, 1 sentence. Commit to only that single protocol for the 3 days, no mixing. The point is clear measurement, not complexity. Common failure modes and quick fixes. 1. Ritual becomes avoidance. If a protocol consistently delays you, shrink it. Cut it to just the device action plus the 1-line log. 2. Visible anchors get misread. Use a consent line or move the anchor to a private place. 3. People skip micro-evidence. If that happens, force the habit by setting a recurring 3-day reminder to log. Sample course correct line if someone asks about your cue. I use a tiny signal to switch gears. It helps me show up better. No action needed. Short, confident, and reduces friction.
All right, let's micro-apply right now. Wherever you are, take 30 seconds for a threshold reset. Feet grounded, 2 rounds of 4-4 breathing, and say to yourself, shift, 1 clear action now. Notice your shoulders, notice your breathing, and then do the first small thing on your list. If you can, try 1 protocol on 3 switches this week, and then leave a short review for this episode telling us which protocol you used and 1 measurable difference you noticed in your first 15 minutes. That little note helps me know what actually works for real people in real lives.